This is college football at its absolute best.
Yeah, they had us the first half, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, could be Wayne.
I think I got my swagger back. Oh.
I love it, baby.
Them orange britches. Something about them orange britches.
Tennessee wins! By Tennessee, Jawan Jennings. Jennings makes the catch.
Ball hit high in the air into right field. Going back is Sayre. And Tennessee can say hello win column. A grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. You can't draw it up any better.
We just won a basketball game, and we're very happy right now. McGrath for the win. He got it. If you don't like college football and you watch this one, I'm not sure what your problem is.
Reddit did to do, and welcome into More Important Issues. It is Thursday, February 5th. I'm getting rejuvenated. Not that I wasn't already for not that I wasn't ready for baseball season to be here, but it doesn't really feel like baseball. You know, the first month really of baseball season in East Tennessee just doesn't really hit great because of the weather. You know?
Yeah.
So,
and usually besides that like big tournament that they go to, like it's usually kind of
but even then we don't get to watch it because it's on
flow baseball.
networldsports.org
Gov.
and you got to pay a $50 yearly subscription that you forget to cancel. So yeah, it's one of those like, but I'll break the news here tomorrow, releasing a very long, very fun sit down with Ross Kivett, friend of the pod. It's good. It's a good time.
It'll take you a month to actually get through it all. But.
Yeah. Couple lunches. You'll have to watch it on or during. But hey, we got a new story out of him that was awesome. That I hadn't heard, and then obviously some updates on this season. So it's it's great stuff. I can't wait for you guys to hear it.
Yeah, I think my favorite part about him is like he doesn't answer your question until like 20 minutes into a story. And then he's like, so to answer your question, 20 minutes later, this.
He's kind of like a grandfather in that sense where you'll get your answer, but you got to listen to him first.
Yeah, you got to wait a minute to get to
before you can listen to him. You got to listen to him.
But yeah, it is really awesome it's like guys being dudes. We're just sitting around chatting about nothing. We talk a little bit of baseball here and there. We sprinkle it in. But yeah, it's just a fun talk sesh. Grab a beer, crack one open, and I guess just have fun with it.
I can't wait. We're gonna do one with his dad, Mike. I'm very excited for that. That's gonna be fun. Like it's gonna happen because I mean, maybe you don't want it to. Don't tell Mike that. If you don't, Landon, you're gonna have to roll with it. I want to do it.
Oh, I'm excited.
Just making sure.
I kind of want like the whole like getting to talk to his dad and brother. Yeah, we can his wife, like all the fam, all the kids in one spot. I can't imagine how like he's a loud dude. I can't imagine like his whole family that way.
Yeah, probably.
Like Thanksgiving's got to be just like insane.
I bet it's so much fun.
Oh, I bet.
That's my goal is to get to a Kivett Thanksgiving actually.
But it's like a NASCAR race. After it, you're just like, I can't hear anything.
Sure, yeah, you're worn out.
Yeah.
Perfect though. Yeah, good time. Make sure you guys go listen to that. It is baseball season, so we've got a lot of baseball coming up. Special guest coming up later. Stay tuned for that.
Mm-hmm.
It is still basketball season. Landon tried to leave it in January. Nate
I was out, man.
Bring you right back in.
Mm-hmm. I mean, ever since I tweeted like, Amari Evans is Tennessee's best freshman. I've eaten the crap out of my words since then. So
have you officially amended that?
I think I deleted it because I was like, I'm not having this come back on me.
Come on, you can't delete it.
I think I did. Maybe I didn't.
Come on. Joey, I hope someone got a screenshot of that. You got to live with those takes.
Maybe I didn't. I'll try to find it and see if it's still there.
Did you watch Tuesday? Are you still watching games?
Oh yeah, I'm still watching.
I can't not sit down and watch.
Even if I was out, I can't not.
But like full on, these are appointment viewing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Unless I'm told to do something by my wife, yes, I am.
Okay.
I mean, I'm there like changing a diaper like halfway, just trying to. I'm like, can you wait like a couple minutes? There's going to be a TV timeout at some point.
Oh, it's coming up, brother. Don't worry. Yeah. Also, his TV is above the changing station currently. That's if anyone was confused why your head was contorting in that way.
Okay. Well, don't top in Amari Evans. Good God.
What? What'd you do?
X, what are we doing? Why every time I top in something, the first thing I see is just
porn?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's shocking with that name.
Well, I typed in Amari Evans and like my handle and it pops up that. Like
I don't mean to ouch you publicly like this.
There's no way.
That's never happened to me. I've never searched for anything on X and porn pop up. Now, I've gone to like comments and they're just littered with OnlyFans bots soliciting new users, new subscribers, new whatever. So I don't know what you're doing with Grok over there.
Dude.
But sounds dangerous.
I don't know what this is, but I'm offended.
Tuesday night though.
Yeah. Let's move on from that.
Yeah.
Just don't search that, I guess. Don't search Amari Evans in my username because that's what will pop up.
Did you get your Gator light?
You know, me and Deuce were driving home last night, and I was like, you know, we didn't get it. I was thinking he'd be like, "Oh, we can stop at this one." He didn't, so I didn't bring it up.
You all, why did that? That's kind of on you. You all drove. It's not like it was out of the way. You passed 3.
Yeah. Yeah, we were passing the one on top side when I was like,
still one left.
Didn't get it. Yeah, and it's okay. I needed to get home.
That's fair. Little insight into my life. Getting old moment. I hadn't eaten dinner yet. I was really hoping to go to Chick-fil-A, but it was closed because I have so many Chick-fil-A points right now. I was like, free dinner. Heck yeah, dude. Went to Taco Bell. It has wrecked me today. I'm at the age where I can't eat Taco Bell that late any longer. Like it's over.
Yeah. And you got to watch what you get at Taco Bell now.
I think that's always been true. I think, again, we're at the age.
Yeah, like I was like, man, that like grilled cheese burrito looks good. But I was like, I'm going to pay for that.
Yeah.
Twice. I'm going to pay for it twice.
At least.
Yeah.
There might be more on the horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Ross Kivett with all this money, he's like, I'm going to Double Dogs. Yeah, I wish I could afford to go to Double Dogs on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's a Saturday.
Are they staying open for you? There's no way they're open.
That's a bar. I bet they are. Out in Hardin Valley, that's a bar.
Okay.
Yeah. Or, I mean, they would stay open for Ross Kivett. I guarantee it.
Just leave it out on the patio. I'll grab
it. But yeah, someone else sitting out in the cold Tuesday night, Chris Beard.
Yeah, he was probably waiting on Ross Kivett at Double Dogs.
Were there actual Ole Miss fans that were upset by they agreed with that? Like they were he should have been that upset about those fouls.
There's no
number one. If you're gonna get that angry, you have to do it on a foul that warrants it at least.
Yeah. Also, you can't do it down 16. You missed your window, buddy.
I agree with I don't mean to out him, but Trey said He said, "I don't blame him. I didn't want to watch any more of that game either."
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's why he should just left the first time. He can't come back, and then So I
also
don't think
saw
that was the case.
Everyone was like, "What are we freaking out about? He's just running to talk to his team." I was like, "He's been ejected from the game. He's not allowed to talk to his team anymore. That's the point."
Yeah, where's this security officer? Come on, man. That was your one chance to.
Dude, what if he just tased him? Just dropped him on the court. He would have looked like Alan from The Hangover, just taking it to the face.
In the face. That would have been awesome.
What just happened? Oh.
Good?
I just got Levi Ogle from another. I'm doing some editing right now and it just finished. So it started Levi Ogle. I thought it was happening on the show. Freaked me out.
Okay. I was like, I'm not aware. I'm missing out on this.
Well, I was really worried. StreamYard just took over or something. But no, we're good. We're fine.
Also, what was the first half?
What do you mean? What are you asking exactly?
Total rock fight, and then we score 58 in the second half. What was that?
I think that is just like a Rick Barnes class, like you said, it was a rock fight. And I think Rick Barnes is just like Rick Barnes can out rock fight you.
Mm-hmm.
And so
because there wasn't a ton of fouls at that point. There wasn't anybody that was just like the shooting percentages. They weren't great, but they weren't just horrendous either. It was just like not good basketball. It was slow. Was that Ole Miss's plan to just try to make it a ugly game to maybe have a shot? I don't know. It was ugly in the first half.
Absolutely. That's this Ole Miss basketball team isn't great. So doesn't that kind of have to be their goal? Bring you down in the mud and see if you can fight your way out of it. And I think that bodes well for Tennessee.
Yeah, because
Tennessee is a team
that can do that.
They kind of want to be down in the mud too,
right?
I mentioned this last night when I'm watching us play. Good defense. You mentioned the first half, not really the whole game. Didn't shoot exceptionally well. You shot fine, you shot good, but especially in the first half, it wasn't fun, wasn't great. I mentioned I want to see if Rick Barnes is such a good defensive coach. I want to see him recruit just an incredible shooter and turn him into a defender, not try to do the other way around.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I don't know. Maybe a lot of people think he's retiring this year, so maybe I'll never get to see that. Maybe I'll have to wonder that my entire life.
I was one of those people. I was like, yeah, he's done. Because I was done, so I was like, he's got to be done too. But now, we're back.
No, he's got another year at Dalton Connect. What do you mean, dude?
Yeah, he did want to. Dalton Connect did want to trade. Who can we offer to the Lakers to let them have?
Yeah, didn't Admiral Schofield leave after his junior year? Doesn't he have a year? Or did he end up staying? I can't remember.
I think he does. Yeah, I think so.
So why not him?
Kenny Chandler, Keon's.
He's got 3.
Johnson, Jaden Springer. Yeah. Tobias Harris got some left. He's still in the
3.
league.
He's got he's one and done. Bring him back. I was overall very pleased, and we haven't mentioned it we mentioned it on Sunday's show, but you're doing this with you've won your last 2 without Felix Okpara, which hopefully that isn't a trend that continues. I would like to see him back. It's not officially out, so I'm sure he's still possible. I don't know how likely possible for Saturday's matchup with Kentucky. Wouldn't love to see that continue, but 2 wins.
Without him, and you've had guys step up to, in his absence. JP Estrella is playing his best basketball right now. You have Jalen Carey's playing better, being more efficient. Dwayne Brown's playing really good. There's just everybody has this team's grown so much over the last month because it's not just Nate or Jacoby, and if they're not having a good night, it's like, well, we tried. Maybe next time. Everybody's kind of a threat. Bishop Boswell's playing good. Mari Evans is playing good. I just think they're kind of getting a little bit from everybody, and I think that's what makes a basketball team. And I think we all forget, like, this team was – yeah, they started off pretty hot and they beat Houston. I think expectations just grew so rapidly that, I don't know, maybe it was a little too soon. But I think they're playing better and better as they play more basketball together because, like I said, everybody pretty much was brand new besides Felix Akpara, and you just talked about him, and he's not playing right now.
Yeah. It's a good time to kind of start. Listen, we don't want to peak too early. So I don't want to see us take a step back though, as we continue to move forward. And you have won your last 4 since losing to this Kentucky team you face. And this Kentucky team playing good basketball right now. Like, this isn't going to be and it's away. That's another factor.
But you kind of have to win.
It isn't going to be just walk in and take over their trap.
Yeah, you kind of not kind of like you don't have to, but it would be disappointing if you don't because of what they did to you on your home court. You've won 4 games in a row.
Yeah, so
I think it takes a step back a little bit if you don't.
I think going back, if we can get everyone on the same page of it's not an actual must win, I kind of like your original statement then of it's kind of a must win.
Yeah,
kind of like you gotta put that on the front of it because I agree, but there's still a lot of time and room to not let this be your, not let it have a say in your season. But it would be a massive win, right? For
it's not really
right
for your season. It's more for your sanity. You need to win this basketball game.
Yeah, it's a good keep building. Lot of winnable games still in front of you, but a lot of tough tests.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, you split Vanderbilt series home and away, and then the rest of your more difficult games are at home, so that's nice. So yeah, I don't think this is a must win by any means, but I like again going into kind of like sure. I also want to complain about the timing. I don't know why every time we play Kentucky at home it has to be noon, and every time we play Kentucky away it has to be at 8:30. So I'd really like to win that game, and maybe they'll complain and want the noon game.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking we get a JP Estrella just career day, like a John Fulgerson-esque in.
Okay.
Rep. That's what I'm calling that. I also think Jacoby Gillespie is shooting the ball really good, and I think they've taken a lot of pressure off of him by like playing Bishop Boswell some at the point. Troy Henderson can play that at a little bit. Nate plays it some, especially in that second half. It was kind of just like, hey, just get him the basketball and just let him go score because he went nuts. I don't know, like the first half he had 2 points, and maybe he was just like, it's one of those, like it's like a power up. I don't know if you remember those in like backyard baseball where you just kind of waited and waited and waited until it got to the max level, and you're like, all right, hit that button, and we're
time
going. Yeah.
So, and they talked about it nonstop on the broadcast that Ole Miss was trying to take him away, which Tennessee does have enough threats on this team that you can try, you can have him. Now it relies on some of those guys showing up, but they did. Like, that's fine. And hopefully they continue to. So
it is crazy, like how fast it's turned on its head. Where a couple weeks ago it was like, well, does Nate Ament just come back? And then now it's like he might be the best player in the country right now.
What did you say that? Who said that?
I didn't say that, no, but I did see like message boards.
Wasn't tweeted?
No.
Okay. All right. I'll have to go find those message boards.
I think somebody asked on something one day. They were like, with so many good players in college basketball. Does Nate Ament, is it better for him to come back to improve his stock? I'm like, dude's gonna be a lottery pick. No. Hell no.
I don't know much about NBA. I don't know much about NBA basketball, but I know that if you just have like the tangible or the intangibles, I should say, right? Yeah. If you have the height, the speed, like if you have all those and you're 18, 19 years old, you're gone.
Yeah. And this guy's
Kenny Chandler didn't have Kenny Chandler. It's like if there was some way he could grow over the next 3 years, I'd tell him to stay.
Mm-hmm.
But he couldn't, so it was very obvious that he should go.
Yeah, and like I mean, Nate Ament just scored 26 points in a conference basketball game at 6'10".
28.
He drove the. Yeah, I mean 26 and 1/2. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
And he did it by like driving to the basketball or driving to the basket, turnaround jumpers, just beating guys off the dribble at 6'10". Yeah, that man's gone. Don't even get that thought in your head that he could come back because you're just wasting your time.
Yeah, unless we have an NIL deal that is equitable to an NBA contract.
Yeah, which I don't know what that is. I would assume it's probably like 20 million or something like that.
I would assume. Yeah,
Dalton Connect got like 11 million maybe.
That must be.
And
so
he was a low first round. I mean, yeah, he gone.
The money in the
I don't
NBA
know. Brandon Sorsby got a lot of money to go to Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Wheels up, baby.
That's so much money. All right. Yeah. Must be sick to be good at basketball.
Yeah. But I mean, Tennessee's got a good shot. If they're able to get that win on Saturday against Kentucky, you mentioned it. I mean, there's a lot of games in front of you that you should win. Mississippi State, LSU, Oklahoma right after that. Feeling good.
Yeah, that's why I take away that must-win tag off this one. But be real nice.
Mm-hmm.
Be real nice. Also, Kentucky fans get one regular season win over Tennessee of recent, and they think Mark Pope has Rick Barnes' number. I mean, I guess that 2 wins in the NCAA tournament is pretty cool. Good for them. Probably would have been nice to have that third.
Yeah. And let's not forget about a week and a half.
If those regular season wins are enough for them.
They got stomped by Vanderbilt. By 25.
Which is so that this Kentucky team confuses the crap out of me.
Well, they always play Tennessee.
They might be more confusing. Yeah.
Yeah.
They might be more confusing than this Tennessee team.
Mm-hmm. Somebody asked me, like, what is if there's a weakness to this Tennessee basketball team, what is it? And I'd be like, I mean, anybody that's going to play them and shoot the lights out, kind of like anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I think
it just seems like Kentucky can do that better than anybody else in the conference, and I don't understand it.
Yeah. Well, and I think they're a talented group that can play physical, and that's if you can be physical, but if you aren't anywhere near as talented as Tennessee, it doesn't matter. Look at the Ole Miss team. But then if you go back and look at the rest of Tennessee's schedule, the teams that have been able to play, number one, be physical with them, but then also are talented or more talented than them, that's where they have the most trouble.
Yeah.
So if you don't play a physical brand of basketball, hang it up. Or if you don't have the talent, you might be able to hang it up. But I think Kentucky can do it. They have the length, they have the size, they have the physicality. And yeah, they can.
But they can also quit like they did against Vanderbilt. The same way Ole Miss quit after they're like, yeah, we can't stop this Nate Ament kid. I mean, we're done. No matter what Chris Beard was going to do. Yeah.
That's that they got the midweek SEC bug. I can't imagine getting that in Gainesville or anything, but which that's hilarious that's sitting on our schedule the way it is. Like that's such a ugly loss.
I was wondering about the Chris Beard thing is like, did the security officer, was he a little nervous because he like didn't know if he was going to have to pull out a gun or not? I feel
just on the court.
Yeah, he was like, I wasn't prepared for this, but I might have to. It is Chris.
You think he goes?
He
goes gun before taser?
I don't know. Which one can he get out
Limited
faster?
threat.
yeah. That's what he's been waiting his whole life for this moment.
He's like the guy who shot Jeter.
Yeah. The other guys.
In a way, it's not Jeter. Not to compare Chris Beard to Jeter, but
both womanizers.
Sure. I'm shocked you're putting him in the same category, but I'll let you do that. I thought you loved him, but I'll let you do that.
I do love Jeter.
All right. We're gonna move on. We may come back and hit on some basketball, but for now, we're gonna bring on a very special guest. We talked about it. We are ramping up to baseball season. It is right around the corner. So we're gonna welcome on Fall Baseball Zone, Bo Rhudy. Bo, thanks for hopping on.
What's going on, guys? Thank y'all for having me.
Absolutely. Yeah. You ready for baseball?
Absolutely. I am.
It's a little different here.
I know. I've seen. I went to a couple of games. I mean, it's an electric atmosphere. I'm ready for it.
What about obviously coming from a small town in Georgia to a bigger city in Knoxville? How has it been? It didn't have to be baseball wise, but how has it been for you to have a bigger city life, I guess?
It's definitely been a change. I mean, I grew up in a town, everyone knows everyone. So I like the area. It's way more crowded than usual, which I live just outside of Chattanooga, Tennessee, which I mean, it's a bigger city, but I grew up in a smaller town just outside of it. Okay. But we used to always go up and down to Chattanooga, but it's been a good adjustment. I like the area. It's been great.
Any good places you've eaten so far?
That's a weird.
Go ahead.
Any good places you've eaten so far?
Oh man, our go-to, me and one of my roommates will always go to Jim and Nick's over in front of the mall.
Okay.
We'll go over there and then we'll bring a teammate or two every now and then, and we'll go hang out. It's a great time over there. I love it.
Okay. Love that. A little barbecue.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize how close you were to Chattanooga, so I know that's a weird spot where you get like a third Tennessee fans, a third Georgia fans, a third Alabama fans. Where did you fall growing up? Where were you?
Well, funny enough, my mom actually went to Auburn, so I grew up an Auburn fan. But yeah, growing up in that area, I live right in the corner, the top left corner of Georgia. So I'm the same distance to Alabama and Tennessee, and I would say a lot Georgia, and then I would say it's probably half and half. There's not many Alabama, but there is a good chunk of it. But I grew up an Auburn fan. My mom went there and got her master's degree from there, and I got to see her graduate and everything. So that was really cool.
So you've always looked good in orange, is what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Okay, I love that.
Absolutely.
Just a little bit different shade, but that's nothing. A little color change little color correction.
Yeah, we can just draw it a couple times and it'll be all right.
Oh, I'm the biggest Tennessee fan now, so it doesn't matter.
So when you started kind of working out with the team, was there maybe a time where you're just like, man, this is a little different than Kennesaw State? No shot at Kennesaw State.
Right.
Love them, and they gave us Tanner Franklin last year, so we're big fans.
Oh yeah.
But was there a time where it's just like, yeah, it's a little different?
Oh yeah. I mean, I remember my first week. I think it was even my first day working out with Q. We ended up going outside because we couldn't ever pass the plank test. We have to pass the plank test to do the lift every day. So it was everyone still getting acclimated to it, and so we weren't passing it. So we go outside and we're going through O's, as we call them, which are basically just like exercises outside that kind of put you through it a little bit. Mm-hmm. And we were doing this one, and I was like, if this is going to be what it looks like every day, I don't know if I'm going to be able to hang. I really have to lock in here. So I finally got my feet under me and a couple weeks in and took off running. But, man, it started off, it was pretty rough. I mean, everyone was getting it rough. And I was like, even with the conditioning and all the resources available to us, I mean, it was a completely different ball game.
Yeah. So what's a plank test? Can you explain that a little bit?
Oh yeah.
I want to see if I could maybe attempt it. I wouldn't pass it, but I would like to attempt.
Yeah. So we would always have to start with like a regular plank, like the normal plank for we do a minute of it, and then we'd have to go to our right arm 90 degrees for 30 seconds, back to the middle for 15, to the left arm for 30, and then back to the middle for 15, and then we'd have to get up into push-up position, straight arm for a minute, and then go to the right arm for 30, left arm for 30, and then back to the middle, and then we'd have to do, I think we got up to like 25 push-ups, but it was usually like 10 to 15 push-ups after that. So it was a burner for sure.
That's torture. Yeah.
And we got 3 attempts to do it. So if you didn't get it in the first, you're probably not going to get it on the second and third. So
no. Well,
and that's every time before you lift. You're doing that.
Yeah, we were doing that. And then now with Keegan, we do a different kind of warm up. But I mean, that was with Q trying to get us just used to everything. And we had different variations of it and stuff throughout. But I remember when I first got here, it was extreme. It was rough.
Yeah.
I guess because it was just the beginning of the fall and trying to get everyone going and in shape. So
yeah, I think that's called weeding out the weak is what that warm up is.
Absolutely. And I was like, and you don't want to be the guy that messes up because you got all these guys doing it together and everyone's yelling at each other, stay up, stay up. So it's peer pressure too. You got to try not to be the guy.
Love that.
Well, you're not a small body either. In fact, Ross Kivett called you a linebacker. And looking at your chart there, 6'4", you're listed at 230 right now. That is an SEC linebacker body. Yeah. So that makes it. I mean,
you are close to the football facility. Have they reached out at all?
Not yet, but I mean, I walk through there every day. I'm waiting for it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I was fullback linebacker in high school, and I loved it. So.
Well, Tennessee.
Fullback.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you have
bring it back? Do
you have a cowboy collar?
Funny enough, I did like growing up, but not when I got to high school.
Okay. That's sick.
That's a style that should, in my opinion, never have left. That's the greatest looking fullback style of all time.
Mm-hmm.
What number were you? Because you gotta have a good number for that too.
I was 34.
34. Okay, that's a good fullback number.
My dad was 34 growing up. Bo Jackson was 34. I loved watching him, and so it was meant to be. And then I was 34 all the way up until this year. Braden Crenshaw was 34, so I had to settle for 33, but it's close enough.
Did you try to like wrestle him for it or?
Yeah, I told him we could duel for it, but he wasn't down for that.
Okay. He didn't want any. That's a business decision.
I didn't realize the connection. Are you named after Bo Jackson?
I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay.
At least I'm aware of. I don't think I am. My parents were Bo and Luke Duke, the Dukes of Hazzard fans. Okay. So I mean, you could say I'm named after that, but probably not.
Okay. That'd be sick, though.
Nah, well, yeah, I would.
So you saw Tanner Franklin kind of make that similar jump from Kennesaw State to Tennessee and saw him get drafted in the second round. Was that kind of Tennessee's selling point to you of, hey, like, look what we just did with this guy, who is also kind of a similar build?
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily. I mean, I knew Tanner. We were really close. I mean, we were roommates on road trips at Kennesaw my first year there. And, I mean, we got close over that, and we kind of had the same role. And then he took the route to here. And then when he got here, I kind of just – I kept up with him because, we were close, and I like to watch him. And just seeing him make that jump alone, I mean, it put an idea in my mind of like, well, if they made him this much better, what can they do with me? I mean, we're kind of similar in that aspect. But, yeah, I mean, when I got the call, it was honestly a no-brainer. I mean, like I said, I saw what they did with Tanner, and I've seen what they've done with all pitchers throughout the history of Tennessee baseball. So, I mean, it's definitely a good track record. And, I mean, like I said, it was a no-brainer whenever they called.
Well, was there other people in your recruitment as well?
Yeah, I had a bunch of other calls, funny enough, but I mean, I was kind of zeroed in from the get-go. I mean, I was only in the portal for a day, and then I made the decision to come to Tennessee. I mean, we weighed out the pros and cons. I mean, there's really no cons. I mean, I'm close to home. My family can come to every game. like everyone around my area was Tennessee fans, so I got a lot of support through that. Like I said, seeing the pitchers' development, getting to know the coaches and everything. I mean, it was V at the time, Coach V, Frank, Q, and now Ren, Elander, and Kiv. I mean, proof was in the pudding for me. I mean, it was a no-brainer for sure.
Yeah. And you were obviously a part of the team during the when Vitello decided to head to San Francisco. What was kind of that week, 2 weeks like? He transitions, and then obviously you get to be coached by another guy that was probably a big part of your recruitment in Coach Elander. Talk about that time and the difficulties, and then obviously the announcement and knowing who you're rolling with into the spring.
Right. So honestly, we were just trying to take it day by day. I mean, everyone handled it like a pro. We were all, just kind of push it to the side, don't really think about it, and go about our business because we still got to perform at the end of the day. So, like I said, we were just taking it day by day. I mean, we didn't really know that much. And then we finally, had an idea, and then we got the announcement. Once we got the announcement, it was like, well, hopefully Elander gets this job because he's the guy for it for sure. So after that, it was kind of like everyone was like, I don't know what's going on. So we just kind of kept doing our thing. Like I said, like everyone handled it like pros. It was, you would have never known anything was happening behind the closed doors. But when we had that meeting where Elander got announced as head coach, we had no idea in that meeting. That's why the reaction was so big, is because he came in there. We thought we were about to just get an update. Danny White came in, and he was going over just some coaching things and some ideas. And then all of a sudden he's like, we're going to announce your head coach now. And we were all like, everyone's heart dropped. And we didn't even know he had even interviewed yet. Like we were all like, oh, well, it's not going to be him then. So then he walks through the door and everyone goes crazy. And so, I mean, you can obviously see in that video, I'm sure y'all seen it.
Yeah.
The excitement. And then it was like time to get to work. Everyone, we're fighting a little harder. Everyone's a little more hungry. So like I said, everyone handled it like pros. It wasn't really a big thing. I mean, it's a great opportunity for Coach V, and we're all happy for him. But at the end of the day, we got to do what we got to do. So
sure.
Did y'all see Elander before he shaved his beard, or was that the first time?
When he shaved it, we were all like, "Oh, you talking about in that?"
In that meeting, was that the first time y'all had seen it? Like,
no,
he'd already shaved
seen it probably a couple of days prior, but we just figured he was getting ready for the interview. But nobody had known he had went in the interview yet, so it was. I think it was it was intended to be a surprise like that, but
okay.
Yeah, nobody.
Because that would have been funny if like he walked in and everybody's like, who is that guy?
Yeah, when he walked into the field one day and with no beard, and we were all like, I don't know.
Yeah, did you make a mistake or what happened?
What's going on here?
That's funny.
Going into 2026, I know I'm sure you're kind of ready to roll just however that plays out for you, but how do you see your role after going through fall ball and then prepping for this spring?
Yeah, I mean, in the past, I've always been like a leverage situation guy. I'm an adrenaline junkie. I'll admit it. So I thrive off of those type of environments when I pitch. So whether it be a closer deal or just a mid relief, whether it's like the starter's kind of going to go down early if something happens, then I could be the guy to kind of bridges to the end of the game. I think it's – I don't know if it's a set in stone role, but I think for me it'll be those situations where, like, games on the line, whether it be ninth inning, third inning, sixth inning, whenever it's in a game, whenever it's time to win the game, we got to get to the end or we got to finish it off. I think that'll probably be where I fit in. And hopefully I get a lot of appearances. I think that's definitely on the table. I just got to be ready for every game, which I love. I think as a starter, it's a little different because if you're starting a game, then say if you have a good outing, then you're going to ride that high for the whole week until the next outing. And then if it's a bad outing, then you kind of have to think about that and think about what you did, you know, and you have to kind of go through your routine again and say if you start on Friday, then you got to get all the way back to Friday before you get to pitch again. Where in my situation, if I do good, awesome, I want to bounce back the next day. If I don't do as well, then I get a chance probably either the next game or if it's on Friday, I might get a chance on Saturday or Sunday or even in the midweek. So I love that kind of role and, you know, just getting the opportunities when I can.
You mentioned adrenaline junkie.
Sure.
Do you do that outside of baseball?
No, it's funny because everyone says that away from the field, I'm a completely different person.
Okay.
So when I'm going into a game, it's kill mode. I'm like, it's me versus the batter. It's a 1v1 and nothing's going to stop me. I'm going to run through a brick wall. Like I am amped up. I celebrate a lot. I love it.
Okay.
I mean, I was celebrating the other day in the cage whenever we were throwing live at bats. I mean, I get fired up. It's fun.
Yeah, who'd you strike out? You can name drop them.
It was Finley Bates to finish it off, but
okay. Friendly transfer fire right there.
Oh, I know. I hate it. But I'm ready to pitch against another team finally.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, at the field it's that, and then away from the field, I'm my roommate Brady Frederick. He calls me a big teddy bear. He's like, "You're just a sweetheart." I'm like, yeah.
What about? I saw where you rock
your
climb.
bio on.
Is that true?
Yeah.
So what?
Do you rock climb?
Yeah. So I used to. I don't nearly as much anymore, but whenever I was still at home in that area, I would go to this place called High Point. That was the main place we'd go to. Me and a buddy would go, and we'd probably go just 2-3 times a week, and we'd go just climb. I honestly really enjoyed it. I did different things like bouldering, which is without a harness, and so those weren't nearly as high. So, and it had like a soft landing mat and stuff. So we kind of just do that kind of stuff. And then the tall walls, they would change them every week. So it was always fun to just like go and be active and go challenge yourself. And I think it helped my grip strength out a little bit. And then there was another gym we went to, and it was kind of like a Ninja Warrior course. And they had like a bunch of different obstacles and different walls and stuff you could climb and all the stuff you see on like American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to love that kind of stuff. And then we'd go over to Cloudland Canyon and hike, and I like to ride mountain bikes and stuff like that. I just love that kind of stuff.
I love it. Yeah. I think you need that in a closer.
Yeah.
Or if that's going to be your – I know like the closer, like that's always said, but I guess in college baseball, like you don't – it's hard to find that just closer. Like you want a guy that's going to eat innings in high leverage situations like you're talking about. So like, but if it came to it, like, would you want to be like a closer, especially at the next level?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, at the next level, I'm open to anything. But I think what I've gotten used to and I'm comfortable with right now is those leverage situations and just going in the game. I think closer as a role itself, I don't think most people think it's at the end of the game, you're going to finish the game out. Cause I mean, I guess it's in the name, but closer just means there's different points in the game where you're going to try to win it. So this is the guy that we're going to put in those positions. And I think that, I would like to be that role for as long as possible because it's a lot of fun. But whether it be in pro ball, whether they want me to start or relief, like long relief or close, I'm open to it. But I think no matter what situation I can adjust. But
yeah, and you want to pitch every day, right? So like in those high leverage situations, you can.
Yeah, I like to pitch in as many games as possible. I want to be part of all these wins because I know we're going to win a lot this year. So if I can be as part of as many as possible, then that's awesome.
Yeah. What about who's been the toughest guy to face in the off season?
Man, in the fall, obviously we haven't got to get outside a lot this spring just because of the weather and stuff. But in the fall, my toughest at bat was probably Blake Grimmer. It felt like my bats against him were always like 10 plus pitches. It felt like he was fouling off everything, and I'd get like 1-2, 2-2 on him, and then it was pitch after pitch after pitch. It was just foul ball, and it was like, oh my God, how am I going to get this guy out? So, I mean, just trying to throw something that he could put in play and maybe hopefully get me a ground out or fly out or something. But he was – every time he got in the box, I was like, all right, here we go. Got to get this guy out early because I can't kill my pitch count here.
Okay. So we could see a Blake Grimmer leadoff, I think, maybe in certain situations.
Yeah. He's came a long way. I mean, from the beginning of the fall to the end, I mean, it was a fight for sure to get him out.
Who are some more tough at bats?
Manny Marin, he became a tough at bat. Tyler Myatt, my roommate, actually.
Okay.
Something about him, man. He'll just foul off too, and he's a lefty. And if you miss on him, I mean, he's going to put some damage on you. But he was a pretty tough at bat, and which I've developed a new splitter, so that kind of helps me against lefties now more. But with him, that was a tough one. Blaine Brown has been a pretty tough at bat. Stone Lawless. I mean, I can probably name the whole lineup. Everyone's a tough at bat. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
But it's going to help you when you get to SEC play because you're going to face lineups like that. So.
Exactly. And like I was talking to one of my roommates one day. I was saying, it sucks that we haven't got to play anybody else, but at the same time, we're facing the best hitters in the country every single day whenever we're throwing here. So it's going to be awesome when we face a team that doesn't know what we have, or I mean, they will know what we have, but they haven't seen us a million times, and they're not going to have a certain approach against us, and they're going to be seeing us for the first time. Like, teams are going to be seeing my new developed slider and splitter for the first time, and that's going to help me a lot. And I think that it's going to put me in advantage spots. But like I said, I think that once we get to these other teams, it's just going to make it way easier for us to perform.
Yeah. So you've worked on a splitter since you got to Tennessee?
Yeah. For some reason, I could never figure out a changeup of any kind. I would try and try and try because I'm a big supinator, so I get on the side of the ball, which probably helps the fastball. But I got here, and it was like week one. I was trying to throw a kick change, and I would get some results with it. But Frank told me, he was like, you're a grip it and rip it kind of guy whenever you grab a fastball slider. So if we can make something that's easy to get to and throw, just grip it and rip it style, he said, if we can go to the slider, then that's going to be the best for you probably. So we started throwing with that, and then I got with Coach Reynolds, and we did some hands-on stuff, some Corvilla belt stuff, and once I got everything synced up with the splitter, I mean, it's came a long way. Even this spring, in the fall, I had some misses with it, and then now I've kind of tunneled in with it, and I'm able to throw it for strikes and get good swing and miss on lefty and righty. So I think, especially with lefties, it's going to help a lot.
Okay. So are you a fastball first guy? I know is that your favorite pitch?
Absolutely. I mean, in 2025, I threw 88% fastball, which is a lot. Yeah. It was funny because I remember we had a practice at Kennesaw, and we were talking about, the pitchers were talking about tipping pitches and things like that. And I told my coach, I was like, hey, I don't really have to worry about this because people know a fastball's coming anyway. So,
just blow a bomb.
Yeah. He was like, so you just, he was like, yeah, honestly, you just do you. And I was like, okay. So it was funny because like nobody would ever swing at the slider, because if I threw it, it was like a unicorn because they've never seen it before.
Just hunting the fastball.
Yeah, but I was still able to generate a lot of outs with it, and it was successful. So I feel very comfortable throwing it. I mean, it's got me a long way, but I think with these other pitches, it'll even get me further. So
has the velo went up at all?
I probably sat nearly the same, but once we get in a game situation, it'll probably tick up just because adrenaline and everything. I mean, we've been facing the same guys 100 times a piece. Mm-hmm. But I think once we get, even on opening day, opening weekend, I mean, I think everyone's going to tick up. But
okay. So what are you kind of sitting at, if you don't mind me asking? I don't know if this is insider information, but
this fall I was like 90-92. But the thing about the fastball, everyone says that it plays faster than that because I spin it. I actually spin my fastball more than I do any other pitch.
Okay.
I'll average I don't know how much y'all know about spin, but I'll average 2,700 plus spin on it. And the slider's around 2,700. But it's funny because everyone that I pitch against, I mean, it's good to have hitters as roommates too, because I hear things from them. But they'll tell me it looks – I've even had catchers tell me it looks 97, 98 because it's just deceptive, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Is it moving a lot on you?
Yeah, I'm a cut ride guy, so I
feel like it has to at 2,700.
Yeah, there's times on TrackMan it'll pick up his cutter, and a lot of times it'll pick up his cutter, and then the four seam, if I get behind it, it'll have more ride and things like that. But it's mainly cut ride.
Do you have a ball near you? I'd like to see where you grip to the side, because that's such a weird. I've never even really heard of that. It's okay if you don't.
I don't know if I do. I'm sure there's one not really in here somewhere, but
where you can just show us with your hand.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of people. There's different people with their fastball. It's either they'll put their fingers together, or split. I throw a four seam, so it's genuinely I'll really get wide on it like this.
Okay.
And which kind of helps with the splitter, because all I'm doing with the splitter is bringing these fingers up and spreading these out just a tiny bit more. Mm-hmm. So it made it a lot more comfortable to throw. But with the fastball, it kind of comes off my fingers, it comes off the middle finger, then the pointer finger, because I kind of get around the side of it.
Okay.
It's funny when I go watch Edgertronic video in slow motion, it literally looks like it's coming out like this. It's crazy.
And that's how you always thrown it?
I just naturally. I don't try to do it. I just kind of throw it like that. I don't know.
Interesting. I love that.
Interesting. What's the bullpen song? What are you coming out to?
Midnight Train to Memphis by Chris Stapleton.
Okay.
I had it my freshman year. Everyone loved it. It was like a staple, and then kept it for I almost changed it my sophomore year. And then people convinced me to keep the same thing. So it kind of became my song there. Everyone loved it and knew it was me whenever they heard the song. And I've never heard it from anybody else in college baseball that I've played against. So it makes it unique, which I like. And then, but yeah, I figured I'd bring it here, especially since it's going to be a lot louder and
sure,
it'll be a lot more fans and stuff. It'll be really cool. And then it's funny because my roommate Brady Frederick, he'll probably pitch a lot too. And we were talking about he has a song by Chris Stapleton from the same album, Hard Living. And Coach Reynolds was the other day. He was like, good, now we're going to have to hear that a million times this year. Chris Stapleton back-to-back in games or back-to-back days and stuff. And it's but
yeah,
it's pretty funny.
Well, we were talking to Ross Kivett, and we're like, can you give us some dirt on Bo Rhudy? And he was like, he's the guy that probably listens to country music, and he's built like a linebacker. That's all the inside he gave us.
Hey, if that's all he knows, that's fine. Yeah, I love country music. Chris Stapleton for sure is my favorite. I've always loved him. I can sing every song word for word. But
okay,
what's the karaoke song? Is it a Chris Stapleton?
Oh man, the karaoke song. Man, I got a lot. Probably You Never Call Me by My Name. It's a great one. Gets everyone going.
Yeah. I got anger. That's landing.
Anger. Yeah, that's the best one. That's it. Absolutely. Yeah, we can wrap it up now. That was that's all we
nailed
needed. All we need to hear.
There you go.
Big fan, Bo Rhudy.
That's right.
I did want to ask, and this is probably just me being a nerd, but when you're scouting a lineup, what are you really looking at? Are you looking at a spray chart of hitters? Or are you looking at the swing and miss rate? What are some stuff you're looking at when you're scouting?
Yeah, so if I'm looking at another team, I'll like to look at heat maps and stuff.
Okay.
Where's their weakest point? There's a lot you can look at on Synergy and things like that. I used what's it called? I used the software last year, but at True Media, I used it last year, and you can see all the heat maps and you can see every video from every pitch they've ever seen. But I'm not a huge guy that gets super in depth. I kind of just trust the coaches' scouting reports and kind of just go in with clear mind, so I don't have to like overthink about what's going on in the game. Like when I go in a game, it'll be more like, hey, who's up, lefty, righty, lefty, or something like that. So I kind of know how to attack them that way. But yeah, I think the most effective thing for me has just been looking at their heat maps and like where are they weak, where are they gonna roll over, like what do they struggle hitting. Like I said, I threw a lot of fastball, so it was kind of just like, where can I locate the fastball to get them out? But this year it'll be more, where can I look at the fastball and then play off the fastball? Do they hit sliders well? Do they hit changeups well? You know, just looking at that kind of stuff. I don't like to get too much in depth. Like I said, I like to keep a clear mind when it comes to that kind of stuff. But
yeah. I know a point of emphasis this year is defense. Is that like music to your ears? You're like, well, thank God. Like I'm sitting here working my butt off. They should work their butt off too.
Absolutely. I think our defense has looked phenomenal. Especially playing on turf. I mean, I've never had a turf field ever as a home field for sure. I mean, we have a lot of home games this year. Mm-hmm. So I think that'll help as well. But like I said, we have a lot of guys. I mean, people do all these lineup projections. I mean, I couldn't even project a lineup because we have so many great guys. Even when it comes to pitching and hitting, like anything like that, it's so hard to imagine who, because it's like, well, if you put this guy here, you're leaving out this guy who can mash. Yeah. So it's like, it's really hard. But yeah, I think having a good defense, I mean, even our catchers, like you could throw to any catcher and be okay with it.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite? I know a couple of years ago, like it was, everybody had their own catcher, it right. seemed like. Do you have like a favorite, or you just, whoever's out there, I'm just chucking it?
I mean, I wouldn't say there's like one overall favorite. There's a bunch. I think I've had a lot of good chemistry with Stone Lawless. He gives a lot of good feedback, and he kind of knows how to. Whenever we were in the fall, catchers were calling pitches, so he kind of had really good feel when it came to that kind of stuff. And he kind of gets fired up for you, you know, like you throw good, he nods his head, throws it back to you. Heck yeah. And I love that kind of stuff because it means they're wanting to fight for you too, because they're having fun back there. You know, they're encouraging you. So, you know, I think having that mindset.
Does it kind of bring you back to small town Georgia, Bo throwing the stone? That just seems like a small town Georgia thing.
Yeah, it does. Bo to Stone.
Yeah.
Stone's a great name for a catcher, by the way, huh?
Oh, dude. He absolutely. Was made for it.
Couldn't be better.
Yeah.
I was actually watching. I keep up with my high school team still because the head coach there, I talk to him. I mean, every couple of weeks he'll text me and we'll catch up, and I'm super close with him. But they were playing earlier today. They were playing Sonoraville, which is another high school in Georgia, but they beat the hound out of them. It was like 12-1 when I last checked.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, I like to keep up with them. It was a single A school. We were very small. We had about 400 people in my entire high school. I graduated with about 100.
Okay.
But I mean, we had a great program. It was awesome.
Okay, cool. Are they like known for baseball? Is that like the big sport there?
Yeah. So it's really the female sports at Gordon Lee are phenomenal. I mean, they went. I think our cheerleading won state like nearly 20 years in a row. Yeah, and like softball won it like 12 years in a row or something crazy like that. And then baseball. I mean, there's been numerous state championships. I mean, great people have came through. It was funny because we always got accused of recruiting and stuff because we were always really good.
Yeah.
But it was always people that grew up together. We had all played together forever. And it was never, I mean, we never recruited anybody. It was always just people coming up through there. But yeah, I think for the guys, it was always baseball. I mean, everyone knew us for baseball. And then when it came to the girls' sports, it was always like track. It was always track, softball, and cheerleading.
Okay. Interesting. The more you know about Gordon Lee, right? Is that?
There you go. I gotta shout them out because they're very small.
Put them on the map. I love it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, Bo. I think any other questions, Landon? I don't want to. Do you have a very last one?
What was the Cape like?
Oh yeah. The Cape was a great experience. I got up there. It was like the first week, and we went through practice and everything, met the guys, and then I was up there until mid-July, so I was there for about a month and a half. My host family was great. It was just a mom and a son. Miss Vicky, she was great, and they're actually going to come down to one of the SEC series we host at home.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember which one it's going to be, but they're going to come down and see us, and that'll be great. But I built great connections up there. I did well. I mean, it was a great time. I mean, I give Evan Blanco crap all the time because he's from Boston. And I'm like, there's people up there, man. There's something else. I was ready to get back to the South after a little bit. And he was like, yeah, I know. But the Capes, it's a great spot. I would suggest it to anybody who gets the chance to play to go.
Yeah. Did your jersey fit? The last one of the last pitchers we had on, Xander Seacrest, he pitched in the Cape, and his jersey did not fit at all.
The uniforms were massive.
Okay.
I remember
one size fits all, I guess.
Yeah, the jersey was pretty big, and then I remember we got our pants from like the first practice week, and I put them on, and like I could put them over my cleats. They were so long and like wide. And I went back up. I was like, "Listen, I'm wanting a new pair." So I had to go like 2 sizes lower. But yeah, it was like
you're a big dude. It's like, who's wearing these?
Exactly. I don't know. You got
who did you fit to get these measurements?
It's that the stilts guy from Banana Baseball. That's
exactly. Like, oh my gosh. But yeah, like the fans up there were awesome. We always had a ton of fans at games, and it was kind of weird because being summer up there, it would get late in the games and stuff, and it would get really cold.
Yeah.
To be summer, it'd be like 40s outside, and it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
I was not liking that, but everything else is great.
Perfect. Well, Bo, this has been awesome. Really appreciate you coming on, and look forward to seeing you this season. Hopefully a lot of fastballs. I'm sure we will. Maybe not 88%, but we'll see our fair share.
Yeah, hopefully not that much, but we'll see.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks, man. We appreciate it.
Good luck.
Sir.
Thank you.
Y'all. Thank y'all for having me on.
Yep. Go Vols.
Yep. Go Vols.
That was Vol Baseball's Bo Rhudy. Appreciate him hopping on. Good to chat.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him.
That's all state guys we've had on. So I mean, we got to keep this trainer. I didn't want to get him in trouble and be like, "Who's the next guy at Kennesaw State?" But I kind of want to know.
It's a Jerry. What it was? It's a Jerry Mack pipeline.
Oh yeah.
That's all it is. Thank you, Monty, for it was a great interview. Appreciate Bo. Not tooting our own horn. It was credit to him. Great interview. Appreciate him hopping on. Thank you, Monty. And Monty updated us. Lady Vols did win in overtime versus Georgia tonight. So Kim Caldwell. She's I think there were some people also calling for her job just weeks ago that have now had to.
Well, the UConn game didn't really help the cause.
Sure. Listen, I'm not gonna sit up here and say it was all roses, but
they won a lot of games. Up until I think they lost Mississippi State and then they lost to UConn. So
yeah, we'll see how
do you get number 1 UConn in like the middle of the SEC schedule? That's crazy.
I feel like it was like in January last year, like second or third week. Like it wasn't this late. I could be wrong, but they did play him in the middle SEC slate, but I don't think quite that middle last year.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Oh man, I'm a little fired up for baseball.
Yeah. That'll do it right there.
Guys, before we get any further, go check out our good friends at Hovey Dry Goods, hoveydrygoods.com. Use promo code MORE for 15% off that first purchase. They got some new hats, Caleb. Did you see them?
I haven't seen them.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to.
Yeah, I tweeted it out today, so it's out there on the line.
It's on the line, okay.
Yeah. Go check them out. Great people over there, great hats. That's hoveydrygoods.com, promo code MORE.
Go check them out.
Yeah.
Landon's got his on.
I do. Joey Aguilar.
Yeah.
Trying to come back. Doing everything he can. And I mean, here's a lot of people kind of have the same thought as like, do I agree with like how college football is like going? Probably not. But at the same time, if other people are doing it, I'm not going to fault Joey for wanting another year to make millions of dollars. Duh. I'd do it.
I'm not going to fault it. I mean, I'm ready. I don't like the state of college football, so I'm ready for
it to be kind of over.
For Bediako should not be playing for Alabama. I'm ready for Joey to be gone. He's had a ton of time. So I don't love it. And then I hope Dylan doesn't care that I read out his hot take, because I think it is a hot take, but I also don't I think it could be accurate. Like, I don't entirely disagree with it. Dylan in our group text today said he's not going to help it, referring to Joey Aguilar. He's not going to help us be any better next year than George or Faison would. I kind of like maybe take Faison out of that is the only thing I would change in my take. But if George McIntyre isn't ready to take us to the next level, then he's never going to be.
Yeah, why did we recruit him?
Right.
That was a bad evaluation if you don't really think he can help you.
Joey should have been a bridge quarterback. So would I take him back? Sure, because I think he could potentially help your team, especially that quarterback room. I hope not as a starter, because I think it should be either George McIntyre wins it out or Faison Brandon's that good, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just ready for it all to be. I'm ready for this stage.
COVID started all this, where it's like,
yeah,
I should get another year. And then, I mean, again, I don't fault like wanting to make that money. If I had the chance to do it,
right,
I would do the same thing. But at the same time, it's like 25-year-old quarterback. But then you can't blame him, because is it really much different than Brandon Weeden and Chris Weinke coming back and playing college? I mean, Chris Weinke was 28 years old and won a Heisman like that.
Which I also don't understand that. I thought your clock started after your sophomore year. So this whole 4 to play 5 has never been a thing. Yeah. I've seen a lot of people say 5 to play 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's never existed.
No.
At least not in the last 30 years.
Right. Yeah.
So it's all been a mess. I don't agree with the Bediako situation, but like, I would love to hear how the NCAA is going to articulate in the courtroom how a European professional signing a professional contract and then coming and playing in the United States at 23, 24 years old is any different.
Well, yeah, and like Ethan Burke, I don't know exactly how old he is, but he's older and he got 3 years of eligibility.
Exactly. So like, again, not saying I side with him 100% on it, but I want to hear how that case is articulated. I haven't seen exactly what Joey's temporary restraining order looks like, but got to imagine it's similar to the injunction that Pavia got to play this year, that they said, oh, well, if he got this year, you played 2 years community college ball and you're in the same boat. Like, I got to imagine it's the same. I don't know. He's supposed to be in court tomorrow. Believe Bediako's is going to get postponed to next week. It's the same attorney representing the NCAA.
Joey's got pushed too.
Joey's did get pushed?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And yeah, I don't know much about the Alabama judge situation. Bediako's team didn't protest they didn't fight the judge, the NCAA asking the judge to recuse himself. So I don't know about how all that worked, but that's also kind of just how like lawsuits work. Like, if you don't get the right answer here, well, can we go appeal it in another court? Can we file suit in another county? Can we file suit at the state? Like, what can we do? That's just kind of how lawsuits work. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the real world. I don't know. NCAA, that's just kind of how it goes. Whether it's right or wrong, it's not, this isn't the way these lawsuits have worked, trying to get friendly judges in friendly areas is not new, and it's not unique to the NCAA.
Yeah.
Like, this frivolous world has been doing that for a long time. So it's nothing new. Yeah. I mean, the Alabama one seems, I don't know if this attorney judge that's representing or that's presiding over Joey's case currently, I know he did attend Tennessee, both as a bachelor or both as an undergrad and for law school. I don't know if he is a donor or not.
The one that's representing him?
No, the one that is
against
presiding over the case, the judge. No, that is another interesting part, is the attorney representing the NCAA also went to Tennessee law.
Yeah.
So,
which is, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, we need some more help here.
Does it run deep? Because you're acting like it doesn't.
Yeah, I've been hearing Greg Sankey say it just means more for a decade plus. I don't think he's been that long. Yeah. Probably a decade. Can we pretend it just means more and you give us one here?
Yeah. Well, did you see Greg Sankey where he's like against the whole thing?
I'm shocked it took him this long. That makes me think the NCAA is going to rule, or the judge, like they feel really good. Because I'm shocked he spoke out like that against a member institution at this stage of it all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, like it's hard to blame the players, and a lot of Alabama fans are coming out of the woodwork and be like, "See, like y'all were mad a couple weeks ago," and it's like, yeah, because it was in the middle of the week and right before our game that he gets.
They also they have a lot of similarities, especially the path, but they are different. One has signed 3 NBA contracts?
Yeah. And it wasn't like Josh Heupel came out and said, "I'm totally against this," and then he's trying to get Joey Aguilar to come back. That was, again, two different things.
So, I don't know. I don't think anyone is really sure how these judges are going to rule in these separate ones. You also still have the Pavia case ongoing with more plaintiffs. So that's also like that. I think people have forgotten about that because of the Bediako situation and the Aguilar situation. But Aguilar withdrew from that one to file in Knox County. So I don't know. They've got to. I think that's another thing. If they didn't have all these appeal, they need to just go to a way, and it's going to suck eventually because you're going to have a situation where you go, this kid should be eligible to get another year, whether it be because of injury, whatever. But if you just go to a hard, fast rule of 5 years to play for, or 5 years of eligibility, or however you want to structure it. But if you go to this hard, fast rule with no appeals, then what will they have in court? You have rules. You have you're not discriminating at that point.
Well, it's just like have a structure in place. Like, is it really that hard to just
have a clear cut structure?
Yeah, this is it, and then everything else, like you're ineligible. Like sorry.
6 years ago, they had a guy try to transfer closer to home because his mom was sick. And they denied him eligibility. And then you have like 8th year seniors because they've been injured 6 times when you're only supposed to get 1 medical red shirt that get ruled eligible on appeal. Mm-hmm. So they had no consistent process. And all this boils down to is the NCAA is one of the most poorly administered organizations I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
And the schools can pout and cry like Alabama or Tennessee in part of this case. They are the NCAA.
Mm-hmm.
It is governed by its member schools. And so it just falls just as much on the institutions that are crying about it as it does the actual ones administering the appeals and the rulings. And yeah, it's also stupid.
I just think it's crazy that like one of the reasoning for all this is like the junior college stuff. And the argument is like, I wasn't good enough then, but I am now to make this kind of money. But you're also kind of arguing you're still not good enough to make it to the next level, so you're kind of stuck at this one. So it's like, let's move on.
And isn't that the nature of just like life? Like, you might not have been good enough to be on a D1 roster, but
I'm not good enough. So I mean,
could anyone that wasn't in the that didn't play college sports in the NIL era, should they have 4 years of eligibility now because they couldn't earn money then?
I have 4 years, Caleb.
You do. I have 4. I mean, Josh Dobbs has 4. Maybe a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah.
He wasn't here in the NIL era. He didn't get his fair shot at earning money.
Can we just stop saying NIL now?
What do you want to call it?
It's not NIL. It's just you're getting paid.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, I saw a TikTok the other day, and it was like this guy dancing. He was like, when the NIL check finally hits, like you don't have to do anything to get a check. There's like some people probably do like have to go to signings and stuff like that. And when it first started, that's kind of how it was. But now it's like, you don't have to do anything.
Well, now you have rev share too, though.
Yeah. But that's I don't know. I just say you're getting paid.
Burn it all down. Just burn it all down. Let's call it what it is. These are semi-professional sports sponsored by colleges or whatever. Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that would be the first college to like get it right. Is if you want to continue using our resources and our name, you got to pay us a share of your earnings. So if this is a $200 million program, we want 15%, or go find a new home. Because how much does the University of Tennessee like football generate for the school? Now we can get into other aspects of it, but like, there's a lot of schools that are state schools that are doing just fine with virtually no football programs.
Yeah. Kentucky.
There you go.
I don't know. Yeah, it's craziness like what we've got, and that's the whole thing. It's like we want the product to be like as good as it can be, but like the off season used to be about recruiting, and now it just like it kind of sucks. Like it used to be like, man, I can't wait for signing day to see who all we get, and now it's like
signing day was this week. Yesterday was National Signing Day.
Yeah, and now it's like I'm scared to death of the offseason because we could lose our whole roster in a second.
Yep.
Or our head coach can bolt for another dream job. I don't know. It just there's just so much greed, it feels like. Like Joey Aguilar just made $1 million playing college football.
Yeah.
5'7" Diego Pavia was making millions of dollars playing college football at Vanderbilt. That's insane.
Which I saw, I think it was Pete Nakos said that that Vanderbilt's managed the NIL roster, and then the NIL roster really well, or the best, or one of the best. And then I saw where they're paying blank on his name, freshman, like $2 million. Like, that doesn't seem like a good use of resources as someone who has been a part of those teams.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just so much money in it, and it just seems like it's never going to end. I think that's the most frustrating part is like, I mean, we're dealing with this now. It's going to be something else in a few months.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Someone said, is this true? Someone said that JUCO doesn't allow NIL. Is that true? That may bode well.
That seems crazy because, I mean, you can get NIL in high school now.
True.
In some states. That seems, I don't know. I mean, what's the reasoning? Like, who would go to JUCO now?
Well,
I mean, I think it would
a lot
be,
of people have to, though. I mean, that's
right. But I'm thinking it would be, well, especially with the 105 scholarships, like if they think like, oh, I'm not good enough, they can probably walk on somewhere, and you're basically on full scholarship.
Yeah, but I mean, I think there's a lot of players that still, like, I think JUCOs can still be valuable.
Yeah, maybe.
It's for the same people though. Like, JUCO can still be valuable for the same people that it was originally. Like, JUCO is never going to grow, but I also think it's never going to really go for the schools that want it. It's never really going to go anywhere because it's going to still be the same thing. Guys, that it's going to be the second chance you, last chance you, or
yeah. Well, I feel like you could do that at a smaller school. Now you don't have to go to Independence, Kansas to.
But are they going to take you? Can they take you?
I don't know. I just feel like those are transfer. It's a lot easier to transfer now than it was when JUCO was a big thing. But like,
but you could have always transferred down to FCS. That was always a thing,
right? But you couldn't go back up immediately, right? You could always go down. You couldn't go up.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. I feel like with the transfer portal, like you could just go to. Hey, I got a preferred walk-on spot at Tennessee, but I could just go to ETSU and show out and then go to Tennessee the next year.
Well, for those guys, yes. But in the last chance one, I also think, like, last chance situations, you also get into the why are you leaving said original school?
Yeah.
Because that still may be your only landing spot.
I think there's definitely room for it. I don't think it's as big as it was. Obviously, like, you don't have the big recruits anymore that come from junior. I mean, when's the last time Tennessee got a junior college guy? They used to get a couple. Now they don't get hardly any.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's where the transfer portals, there's probably more guys that shouldn't be getting lost that probably are, but where are they going now? Like, are they going to say like ETSU for a year now?
Yeah.
Because those schools are still filling roster spots. I agree. It's not as.
But I do think it would be a bigger thing is if you could go to junior college and not lose eligibility.
Yes, that would be. I think that in fact, JUCO should be lobbying for that. It's essentially like that. It's like a prep school at that point.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, they should be lobbying for that. But I think there also has to be a clock. Like, you get 2, because Monty just mentioned 4 years at JUCO. Like, you can still, like, JUCO, you can only play 2 years in JUCO or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Then sign on.
Yeah, you're not graduating from some of those junior colleges in 2 years. I mean, there's not a lot of hope that you're going to be able to finish classes at a D1 program.
Right.
Got some questions. Do you have anything else for?
No,
I think my take with the Joey Aguilar thing is like, I kind of want to see what he's like with the defense. I'm also like, I don't think I want to sacrifice George McIntyre because Joey Aguilar comes back. Like, is George McIntyre fed up and just goes in the portal, even though he could probably start the next year? Or is he just like, yeah, I'm done with that. I had my time there, and I just want a fresh start.
You think he could be transferring after this?
Well, like, he couldn't until next year, obviously. But I feel like it is. Could you are you potentially sacrificing, let's say, like a good George McIntyre for 2 years for Joey Aguilar for 1? I mean, we've seen what Joey can do, and like, he scored a lot of points, and a lot of those losses weren't his fault, but you lost 5 games. You didn't beat anybody worth a crap. So
I do think it's a little bit on, like, George. You've got to be better than him.
Yeah, 100%. Got some questions real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Who is a baseball player many aren't talking about?
A basketball player or baseball?
Baseball.
That many aren't talking about.
I know Bo Rhudy brought it up, but are many talking about Stone Lawless? Like,
I feel like, I guess we talk about it more, and it was going to go to Ross Kivitt's point. You'll hear tomorrow how, like, people talk about baseball here.
Yeah. Like, you kind of mention all the scenarios in your head of, like, who could be a dude for Tennessee. I think a lot of people aren't talking about Reese Chapman.
Yeah. I would agree with that. And then a name that hadn't been brought up much, that Ross Kivitt mentioned last night, a guy who I love, is Ariel Antigua. And was it Ross that mentioned he's also hitting the ball really well right now? Or who was that?
Oh, yeah. He had one of the best off seasons hitting the ball.
Yeah.
He was really good.
So that's a name that hadn't been talked about just a ton, which I love to hear.
Yeah.
Because I am a fan, massive fan. Trying to think of some other names that haven't been thrown around a whole lot.
I think somebody that I don't know when, but at some point this kid is going to come up big. I like what I saw from Hunter High in midweek games. Like, he's probably going to be the backup at first base to Levi Clark, but at some point you're probably going to see him maybe in a midweek game where he's going to go off. So maybe that, and him and Blake Grimmer are kind of in that same boat. I think Blake Grimmer probably has a better path to the field, and Bo Rhudy kind of mentioned him being one of the toughest at bats. And I think that's been said, that he is really good at challenging pitchers, and you could see him at leadoff at some point. And everybody kind of has Jay Abernathy in that role. But I mean, we go back to a couple of years ago, Jared Dickey was a leadoff. Jared Dickey and Jay Abernathy, 2 totally different body types.
Yeah. Well, and you mentioned Jay Abernathy. I feel like he's been talked about a decent amount, but as a guy who's probably going to be a super impactful player this year, probably not a ton.
Yeah. Yeah. I think another guy that Tennessee landed out of the portal, Mark Hindy, probably doesn't. He came on the show, but you hear about Bo Rhudy, you hear about Brady Frederick, some of those guys, Evan Blanco. But Mark Hindy has a ton of experience and played in the ACC, and
his role's going to be interesting to see it carved out.
Yeah, 100%. So I think some of those players. Well, we mentioned a lot of players. Hopefully, one of them is somebody that you're also thinking of.
Just do me a favor and clip all the names we've ever mentioned on the show.
Yeah, and then
we can pull those.
That's what we like doing. We like answering questions like 20 different ways, so we have a ride at some point. Who hits the first home run?
I'll
go Blaine Brown.
Okay. What was your lineup? You mentioned Jared Dickey. I would love if it was Jabernathy in the leadoff.
Well, hopefully Jared Dickey. Everybody's just coming back. We're baseball. Those guys are coming back. I already texted Jared Dickey. I was like, "Hey, would you like to play one more year?" And he's like, "Absolutely."
Yeah, he's in. I would love for it to be Abernathy. Levi Clark should be a favorite.
Okay, yeah. Whoever's batting first.
That would be sick. That's why I went with Jay. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. It would be cool. He ended the season with a home run last year, and then this year he could be starting.
I like that.
So, I mentioned this on the Twitter. 5 best players in the Rick Barnes era. It doesn't have to be a lineup, just the 5 best overall players, in your opinion.
Grant Williams.
Okay. I think there's probably 3 that are easy. Like 3 that are on everybody's, but then the last 2 kind of get dicey.
Who are your 3? Who's your top 3? I've got 3 in mind.
Well, definitely 2. Grant
and
Dalton Connect are definitely.
Dalton Connect, Kenny Chandler's on there, in my opinion.
See, I was gonna say Zakai.
That's where it gets split, but if we're just if I can piece together a
dream lineup.
Yeah, I'm Zakai first.
Yeah.
Zakai Ziegler. I'll ride with him. It makes me want to consider trying to sneak Kennedy. I wish he wasn't small, but it wants me I want to consider pushing Kennedy to 2 and just he can figure it out. He's a freak.
Yeah.
And I think it's Admiral.
It is the way Nate's playing, and maybe we need to ask this question at the end of the year.
I think this is an April question.
But if we're going best overall, the way Nate is playing right now, he's probably in there.
Fair enough.
So if you go those, I'll go those 3.
But then I want to go a true big. I want to throw in. I still want one more year of Kyle Alexander.
Well, this isn't a lineup. It's just 5 best
players. Oh, it's just 5 best. Yeah. See, I don't like that. I think you got to throw in a lineup. I think you got to figure out a lineup.
I feel like the lineup is, I don't know. I feel like it's easier than.
Are you trying to sneak Uroš Plavšič in this thing? Is that what you're doing?
Hell no. Zach Kent. I think there's one that's very. He's not in most, but he's one that you could probably make a case for, and that's Chaz Lanier.
Okay.
He averaged 18 a game.
Sure. If you're going 5 best, or just no lineup, he's probably in there.
So I'd probably go Connect.
No, I want you to do a lineup. This is cheating because you're just going to go this is not.
Well, Connect, Grant. I'll go Nate, Zakai. Is that 5?
I lost count.
Connect, Nate, Grant, Zakai. That's 4. And then
you got to. I think in your scenario, best 5. I think you have to go Kenny Chandler.
That was such a weird year, too.
It was a weird year. We won an SEC championship that year, though.
Yeah, that was odd. Yeah.
Buzz Williams.
You'd probably go, yeah, Kenny Chandler's up there. I think Chaz Lanier's up there. I think Admiral's up there. I don't know. It was a fun question in my mind to kind of like, because now that I'm thinking it out loud, I feel like it's probably different than what I originally was going to say.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, here's something we need to, and you may know this off the top of your head. Is Ross a junior? Ross Kivett?
A junior?
I was just looking at the Tennessee coaches page, and his email is mkivett@utk.edu. Is his first name Mike? Is he a middle name guy?
Is it?
I don't know. I hate that I just discovered this. I would have asked him last night. I just want to know what the M stands for.
I'll just straight up are you a junior? I just texted him.
I guess he may not be a junior, but might be Mike. Michael.
So was this his whole plan of getting Mike on? Was it just him?
He was talking about himself the whole time.
Yeah.
Also, we got to get him an updated picture. This doesn't even look like him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a little grizzed up now.
Yeah, this is young Ross in this picture.
He said no, he's not. I said, what's the M for?
Mr. He's just Mr. Kivett.
It is Michael.
So he's not a junior, but he's named after his dad, I
Okay.
guess. Or it's just Michael might be a family name, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. He said, but his dad's middle name is Mike.
This is all messed up.
Yeah, we're going to have to
just figure this one. We're going to have him back on the show. Figure this one out.
I just said, gotcha. I'm still confused.
He's going to hate us. Like it's going to result in him hating us. He thinks I'm making fun of him all the time.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, that was an awesome episode. Appreciate Bo Rhudy for coming on. And we'll have some more guests coming up pretty soon. So stay tuned for that as baseball season approaches. Tennessee basketball playing Saturday against Kentucky on my birthday. It could be a good day. It could be a terrible day. I don't know. We'll find out. But thank y'all again. Have a great rest of your week and good weekend. We're bringing the boat in, and we out.